As Tricia mentioned, I come from a family of firefighters. We love the job. Being a firefighter is really a privilege. We hit the lottery. I'm proud to be a part of such a strong, resilient group of people. But while we have a passion for helping others, we are very reluctant to accept help. My father, James Roy, was a firefighter for 40 years in the city of Fitchburg. He loved it. In 1986, he was recognized as Firefighter of the Year. My uncle is a two-time recipient of the Medal of Valor and has been the chief of department now for 25 plus years. My brother and cousin are both firefighters as well. Holidays are pretty fun, as you can imagine. As a kid, I remember my dad coming home after a good fire. Now, a good fire to firefighters is the hottest, smokiest, biggest building that you can find, and we made the push in, and we either rescued somebody or we put the fire out. He always smelled of soot. He was a little dirty. It was during the war years of the fire service. When fires were happening, arson for hire, and these guys saw a lot of fire, especially in Worcester, Fitchburg, Lawrence, a lot of the old Dian Mill communities. It was like a badge of honor. His group beat the fire, rescues were made, and we all took pride in their work. We all knew the obvious risks that come with firefighting, but the lesser known are the cancer risks that are part of what we do. The statistics Tricia told you about are more than numbers to me. They are real people. My father died of cancer in 2012 at the age of 62. He had been diagnosed a year prior with squamous cell carcinoma of the neck. When this cancer is found early, the cure rates are high. But the longer you go without treatment, the less likely you are to survive. He probably felt his symptoms, but like most, early cancer symptoms, they would not have stopped him from working or slowed him down. Firefighters are tough. All they ever knew to do was to power through issues like that. My brother and I found my father. We were both working, and my mother called and said, "I can't get back into the house." She was out running errands, and we went up there. We found him sitting in the pantry after a successful surgery, at least we thought that. My dad is an example of just one of the firefighters we have lost to this devastating disease. A half-dozen Fitchburg firefighters have died from cancer over the last 20 years. It is the most dangerous, under-recognized threat to the health and safety of our nation's firefighters, and it is the leading cause of line-of-duty death in the fire service right now. We're losing a firefighter every few years to cancer. Last year, I started teaching a class on firefighter cancer awareness and prevention. That's when I met the 1540 connection. I knew that taking steps to prevent cancer was critical, but learned that prevention alone is not enough. Our guys need to know, I should say our guys and girls need to know how to recognize early warning signs of cancer and how to take action for themselves. They need to learn when to get medical care and how to work with healthcare providers to get an early diagnosis and beat cancer. Firefighters are taught to put everyone before themselves. 1540 Connection education helps them realize that to continue to do this, they need to help themselves. Since we met, we have been partnering in bringing prevention and early detection education to as many firefighters as we can, so they all have the tools they need to beat this horrible disease. Together, we are doing all we can to help the next James Roy beat cancer, retire as a firefighter, spend time with his family, and grow old. My father met one of his grandchildren. He missed out on 3 of them. I want to thank you all for making this happen. What an amazing event. I should thank the Coughlins, again, Kelly Fatman, Tricia, and all the people at the 1540 organization. You are saving lives, and you're saving firefighters' lives. And I thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Thank you.